How's it going, guys? My name is Christian Locke, and welcome back to 300 Seconds of Science. And today, we're talking about the moon. The man on the moon looked out from the moon. Looked out from the moon and said, "It's time for all the children on the earth to think about getting to bed." The man on the moon. Wow, that was very profound, and well, thank you, man on the moon. Or at least it would be profound if there was actually a man on the moon. I'm on to you, 16th century nursery rhyme. I mean, we all know there hasn't been a man on the moon since the Apollo 17 missions in 1972. Let's be honest, I mean, Mars is the future of space exploration. I mean, let's just face it, we're never going back.
Wait, what? We're going back?
The European Space Agency on March 2nd came forward and said that not only are they putting a man on the moon, but they're building an entire village on the moon's surface. And no, I'm not talking about an Ewok village on the moon of Endor. I mean, Mars. That's all we ever hear about anymore. With all this talk about how Mars is the new frontier, or how we're going to be sending manned missions to Mars by the year 2030. I mean, it's ridiculous to think that we would ever go back to a celestial body that inspired a nation and began our love and curiosity for everything space, right? Oh, Mars is just so cool. Matt Damon's my hero. Oh, give me a break. Well, believe it or not, the European Space Agency, otherwise known as ESA, wants to put a space colony on the moon by the 2020s. More importantly, they believe it'll serve as the perfect staging platform for future Mars missions and beyond. The overall plan is to create the eventual successor to the International Space Station. Countries from all around the world will come together to create international communities that would live peacefully and perform research on the lunar surface.
That's so beautiful.
Now, as we all know, Earth is protected by our atmosphere, which is comprised of both air and gases. Essentially, this atmospheric force field helps us with the small little things, like shielding us from solar radiation, balancing temperatures that allow liquid water to exist, or block incoming meteoroids. Big whoop, who cares? Now, how about the moon? Does the moon have an atmosphere?
Guys, I'm not seeing it.
Well, no, of course not. Earth's atmosphere formed about 4.6 billion years ago from the cooling of its surface and the spewing of all kinds of gases from volcanic activity. Get your big blue mass out of here, Earth. This isn't your episode. As we all know, conditions on the moon are very different from Earth due to its low gravity and lack of a magnetic field. Because of this, astronauts on the moon's surface will have zero protection from things like gamma radiation, solar radiation, and meteoroids. But check this out, the ESA has actually come up with a way to build igloo-like structures on the lunar surface. Only these igloos won't be constructed with the traditional ice and snow, but rather with regolith, which is essentially dirt and dust compiled from the moon's surface. Whoa, slow down there, buckaroo. I mean, who's gonna pile up all that dust and dirt? I mean, the aliens aren't gonna do it for us again. One word. Robots. And 3D printing robots to be exact. The robots, along with an inflatable dome, which will serve as an insulating membrane on the inside of the regolith igloo, will all be transported to the moon by a separating rocket. It will, like the Apollo rockets, be carrying a lander on its uppermost tip. Of course, this part will detach from the rocket itself and carry its cargo, composed of the robots and the inflatable dome, to its final destination. The planned landing site for the lander will be at the Shackleton crater near the southernmost part of the moon. The reasoning for picking this location is because there's always perpetual sunlight available here upon the horizon, plus it's not far from the recently discovered abundance of frozen ice water, which can be used as drinking water and hydrogen fuel for departing spacecraft. After touchdown, the lander detaches a large capsule containing both the inflatable dome and the robots. The dome will inflate and the robots will start piling up the regolith on top and around the dome. The robots will implement their 3D printers by using the printing material to create a shelf-like structure on top of each layer, allowing for the compiled regolith to stay in place. The building of the lunar base is predicted to take about 3 Earth months to complete. Of course, with this structure available on the moon's surface for astronauts, it will be transported in a separate rocket will be able to live on the lunar surface for the very first time. The message behind all this is that we are definitely going back to the moon, and this time, we intend to stay.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
From there, who knows what the future holds? The universe is a pretty big place. My name is Christian Locke, and that was 300 Seconds of Science. So go out, enjoy life, and stay curious.